This time on the Healthy Food Guide.
What are the latest scientific discoveries with type 2 diabetes? And does food play a part?
There's new research that shows that you can actually reverse diabetes.
Time is running out for the Parkinsons.
The challenge I set you was to find other ways to celebrate other than eating.
And executive chef Sam combines creamy chicken with a mustard hit
So easy.
and creates a frittata with balance for your blood sugars.
Because I want to know, what is the link between food and type 2 diabetes? New Zealand's fastest growing health crisis has 40 new recruits every day. That's nearly 3 rugby teams every 24 hours. So it's likely you either know someone who has it, you soon will, or worse still, you could be at risk of getting it yourself.
I'm talking about type 2 diabetes, which makes up 90% of those statistics.
Far out.
Not type 1, which is an autoimmune disease. So who's the key player that puts us at risk? It's insulin. People with type 2 diabetes have a problem either making enough or responding to the hormone insulin.
So why is it so important?
I asked diabetes specialist Dr. Rinke.
Insulin is released in response to high blood sugar levels. When the insulin levels go up, they open the door for the sugar to be stored away by our organs, particularly our fat cells, our muscle cells, and also the liver. So insulin is like a key that opens the door for glucose to enter our cells.
Over here, guys.
So blood glucose feed our cells, but only with the help of insulin.
When we eat carbs, the blood sugar levels rise and the pancreas releases some insulin to get rid of all that blood sugar level into the organs. And that helps keep the blood vessels nice and clear and have the right amount of sugar.
Carrying too much weight and being sedentary can lead to insulin overload, but eating too many carbs, which convert into sugar, can also be a factor.
If there are a large amount of insulin around in the body, then the body cells can get resistant to the insulin and they don't take out all the sugar.
Becoming insulin resistant can lead to pre-diabetes, your body's warning that you're on your way to type 2 diabetes.
Prediabetes is a condition where the pancreas isn't able to make enough insulin to normalise the blood sugar levels anymore. So it's a signal that the pancreas is becoming exhausted because the pancreas just can't make any more insulin. Insulin resistance tends to progress on to type 2 diabetes, and along with that, blood pressure, cholesterol problems, and increasing weight.
Blood that's high in glucose can then ruin the vessels that carry blood around your body, which explains why the consequences of diabetes can be so dire.
High sugar levels in the small blood vessels that supply the eyes, the kidney and the feet can damage those blood vessels a bit like rust and corrode them so that they either hemorrhage or that they get blocked, and that's particularly damaging to the eyes and can lead to visual loss. But also high sugar levels can cause kidney failure, amputations when infections set in the feet.
Type 2 diabetes can obviously have some pretty scary consequences if you don't manage your blood glucose correctly. Once you've got it, it's yours for life.
Or is it? Conditions of prediabetes are known to be reversible if you change your diet. And now the latest science is telling us that's possible with type 2 diabetes too.
There's new research that shows that you can actually reverse diabetes as well. By losing body weight, the cells become more sensitive and are able to accept the sugar and store it away. So losing weight is really important to improving that condition.
So are there other ways to lessen your chances of getting either insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes? I talk to more experts later.
I'm Claire Turnbull, and the Parkinson family from West Auckland have been on a journey to good health for the last 5 months. Dad Johnny's had great results with his diabetes, weight and vitamin D levels. Mum Nikki's been pushing through several weight loss issues. And Nikki's teenage brother Tamati is gaining independence and learning to look after himself with better food and exercise. Nikki's snacking habit has been a major handicap in her effort to lose the extra 5 kilos she's always wanted to. But that's changing.
So instead of mindlessly eating, I did do a workout, go do some cleaning. If I sit down in front of the TV, then I'll just want to snack, so don't do that anymore.
And now I want to add an extra tool to Nikki's weight loss arsenal.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Nutrition for stress.
I know you're a busy working mum.
Yay!
And life is stressful, so I thought I'd give you some tips, and food is part of that.
Cool, thank you.
So there's no doubt that managing stress is in part being organised, but the right food can make such a big difference to your energy levels and really help you navigate the roller coasters of a stressful life. Yeah. Do you recognise these?
Vegetables.
Vegetables. No, I go on about vegetables a lot, but the greens are really where it's at for managing stress. So things like spinach, kale, broccoli, they have all the B vitamins in them, which is really important to help your brain make mood-boosting chemicals.
So more veggies then?
Always more veggies. So next up is our protein-rich foods. And it is really important to have protein at all of your meal and snacks to make sure that you're feeling full and you don't get hangry. Do you get hangry?
Yes, I get very hungry.
When you're having enough protein, it really helps stabilise your blood sugar levels and honestly can help avoid those stressful eating moments. The last thing was, do you eat a lot of Brazil nuts?
No, not really, no.
They're a fantastic source of selenium, which is an antioxidant, but it's also incredibly important for your immune system. And when you get stressed, you're more likely to get sick, and that just adds to your stress. All you need to do is have 2 to 3 Brazil nuts a day, along with plenty of iron and vitamin C, and you'll be good to go.
Sounds great.
Stress is less of a problem for Tamati, but he is learning to deal with his issues.
I've been keeping up my fitness, my eating, and just being motivated. Been applying for jobs and setting out my CV, but I'm not too keen on living in the big city. My social life's pretty much only in Whangarei. So I've applied for a course back at home where my parents are, but I'm not sure whether or not I can get in.
I sense decision-making and direction. Could this be the start of a new Tamati?
This week, we're finding out the latest in the link between food and developing insulin resistance, pre-diabetes, and later type 2 diabetes.
There are programs out there that can help lessen your chance of developing either of these conditions. And I'm tagging along to a group to find out how they do it. G'day, Richard.
G'day.
Hey, this smells good.
We're just cooking a healthy boil-up for our diabetes group. It's an education group to help them self-manage their diabetes. I cut all the fat off the meat. That's actually the killer.
Most of these guys have type 2 diabetes, so they're learning expert tips from Richard and Craig to eat better and move more often.
You don't need all that expensive gym equipment just to get a good workout.
So what's the big goal for people with type 2 diabetes?
Weight loss, nutrition, physical activity. A lot of them are stopping out fizzy drinks, the fast foods, and eating more vegetables and portion size.
One leg forward, one leg back, taking ourselves into a lunge.
So what about people that can't make it to a group like this?
They can actually go online, Diabetes in New Zealand, and they can access the tools. It teaches you how to read food labels so you can see how much sugar, how much salt, how much fat, and make better choices. It's great seeing people make change, positive change.
Dave, tell us about what the support network has done for you.
It's got me out walking every day. The group has helped me to come off my treats, ice cream, fizzy, chocolate, and stay motivated.
So you're at the pre-diabetic stage. What's your ultimate goal?
Olympics.
I love it. Totally.
Ultimately, my goal is to get under 100 kilos. I'll feel a lot better, I know that for sure.
Adjusting to the idea of having type 2 diabetes can be a major learning curve. So what else do I need to know? And how can I avoid some of the risks?
Nutrition expert Nikki Bazant has the facts.
There are some diabetes risk factors that we can't change. So that includes having a family history of diabetes.
But lifestyle factors like being overweight, having high cholesterol or high blood pressure are things you can do something about, and food can help.
The common misconception is that diabetes is about sugar. Sugar is just one type of carbohydrate. It's really about all carbohydrate foods. So if you are at risk of diabetes, the idea would be to moderate the amounts of carbohydrates that you're having and keep an eye on the types as well. The general advice to lower our risk for diabetes is a general good healthy diet, so lots of plants, lots of fruits and vegetables, not too much sugary processed food. And don't despair, you can actually avoid developing type 2 diabetes if you look at your food and lifestyle, and you can reduce the risk by around 60%.
You can't fight genetics, but progressing from pre-diabetes to type 2 diabetes is something you can control. So I'm definitely adding more fibre, protein and quality carbs to my shopping list.
And a great way to add all of those, that's protein, fibre and quality carbs, is by trying this week's Healthy Food Guide recipe designed with your good health in mind. It's delicious, creamy mustard chicken with black rice.
It's a classic chicken leek and mustard braise, but we're really packing it full of, the extra vegetables, peas, mushrooms, leeks and the garlic, tying it together with a mustard creamy sauce and serving it with black rice. It's a little different, it's got a great flavour, it's great on the plate and it's really, really healthy. So grab me the black rice, I'm going to cook a cup of that.
This is excellent because it's really high in fibre. It's got some magnesium and selenium, which is an antioxidant that a lot of people are short on.
I need 2 cups of water. And if you want to rinse me 1 cup of that rice.
And it's actually a whole grain, which is where the extra fibre and B vitamins come from.
This particular rice is parboiled, so it saves you having to soak the rice for 30 minutes first. Then you just need to boil it for 25 minutes. Normally I'd put salt in there, but because we've got all the extra flavours going on in the chicken, totally don't need it. Let's prep some veggies. Going to start with the leek, top and tail it. And you're going to put it through the slicer. Into the bowl. And then we're going to finish off the sliced mushrooms. God, so easy.
That's a lot of veg too.
Next I'm going to saute the leeks. Pass me the olive oil. I'm going to peel that garlic. I need 4 cloves. I always have a microplane or a fine grater.
And there's no waste.
No waste. I'm going to saute the leek. The oil is up to medium temperature. The oil we're using is extra virgin olive oil. I love organic. It's no chemicals.
Yeah.
And it's all about flavour for me.
That's the first press of the olives, maximum amount of nutrition.
Yeah.
And it's a healthy type of fat.
Time to prep the chicken. Grab that. Beautiful chicken breasts. We recommend in the restaurants to always cut against the grain. You see the fibres of the breast running that way. And we're just going to cut like that. I only use free range. It's got the SPCA tick of approval. Happy chickens. To keep the chicken moist, tender and juicy, I'm making sure the cut is chunky. I'm just sauteing the chicken here with the leeks. I'm trying to give it a little bit of colour and caramelisation.
It looks so good.
And it's going to taste even better with that mustard. Classic mustard. Hot English, my favourite. Adds that base flavour that I'm always after in my recipes. I'm going to add 5 teaspoons to this chicken dish.
And there's no MSG or preservatives in that one, is there?
Absolutely not. Thank you. It's time to add the mushrooms. Mushrooms are a healthy way to bulk out the dish without compromising on nutrition. Once the mushrooms have cooked down, about 3 or 4 minutes, I'm going to add those peas. Peas add that pop of green as well as extra fibre to the dish. Pass me the light cooking cream. This is actually an easy dish to cook and double and then freeze half for another night. But when you are reheating it, just add a little extra cream or water. Let's plate it up. The sauce. Just to finish off, parsley. Do you mind whizzing that up? This gadget is great for pestos and oils, anything herb related. Sprinkle some of that on. Yum. Nice and mulched. Done.
That rice has got such a beautiful nutty flavour.
How juicy is that chicken?
This creamy mustard chicken with black rice is a juicy chicken meal you can whip up for one or bulk out for a family feast in just half an hour. While the rice is cooking, heat olive oil in a large pan, adding the leek and garlic. Next, it's the chicken and mustard. Then the mushrooms, peas and half a cup of water. Cook on a low heat for 8 to 10 minutes, adding the light cream for the last minute. Serve with black rice and garnish with parsley. The whole grain goodness of this naturally black rice, full of fibre, magnesium and selenium, teams up well with the succulent chicken breast that will add the protein our bodies love.
Making healthy changes has been a real learning curve for Nikki Parkinson. So 5 months after she started, how has she done?
I've come to see how your bikini top is fitting, and you look amazing.
Thanks.
I've got your health results for you. Let's start off with your cholesterol. Before, your cholesterol was 5.6. You've managed to get it down to 4.8. You've lost 5 kilos. Phenomenal. And measurements-wise, you've lost inches from all over your body. And check out your guns.
Nikki's hard work has had amazing results. By concentrating on her nutrition, toning up and exercising to burn fat, she's dropped 2 dress sizes, lost the kilos she wanted, and also improved her health.
Awesome. Very proud of myself.
And what about the ab problem? Did you sort that out with the physio?
Yeah, she said that I've got some separation in my lower abdomen.
Nikki's round shape in her middle is partly due to her abdominal muscles separating when she was pregnant, and that's common for a lot of women. So with the help of a physio, her central shape is set to change even more.
So, great results.
So are all these changes having a flow-down effect on the kids' lunches too?
Hey Claire.
Hey, what are you doing?
Taking the kids for a picnic lunch.
Lovely. This looks like a really good spread.
We've got a few things that they really like and some new things to try. I found the kids really like these Wheat Bix bites.
That's good, they're high in fibre.
Wraps.
Yep.
The grated carrot, and everyone likes that, so that's good.
And what's this here?
Edamame bean and mung bean fettuccine.
That's really high in protein and in fibre, so keep that going. And this looks like Nikki's baking that she and I did the other day.
I'm sure the kids will be happy with those.
Honestly, you have done such a good job. And yeah, I think it's time for you to go out and enjoy it. So have a great time.
Type 2 diabetes is the hot topic this week. And when you've got it, working out what you can eat is sometimes a struggle. But this courgette and tomato frittata ticks the boxes.
There's no diabetic diet. It's just about having a healthy balance of foods, lots of vegetables, and moderating the amount of carbohydrate that you have.
And this recipe's got all that. Eggs first.
I love eggs. They're such a nutritious way to make a quick and easy meal.
They make a great base for a meat-free meal. Leftover roasted veggies, straight into an omelette or a frittata, bang, done. We're whipping up our powerhouse of free-range eggs with cow's milk, but any milk will work. Do you want to season that with some salt and fresh ground cracked pepper? Grab a bowl for the tomatoes. These are awesome little cherry tomatoes, great for pastas, bursting with natural flavors, Italian, authentic, can't really go wrong. Right, let's build these bad boys. Muffin tray. Gonna use that extra virgin oil. Pre-cooked baby potatoes. Grab the zucchini and start following me around. Time for eggs. And Parmesan cheese to cover the tops, which will go nice and bubbly, delicious. Quick to make and quick to cook too. Just 8 to 12 minutes at 180 degrees. So let's get on with the salad. Need to toast a slice of the bread. This salad is like a panzanella, which is a Mediterranean Italian salad where they use leftover bread. Sourdough usually. That's why this sourdough is perfect for this.
And that one is high in fibre and it's got loads of seeds.
Yeah, so we're also going to dress this quinoa, which is white, beautiful, whole grain, organic, with this coconut balsamic, which has got great acidity, a little bit of sweetness. 2 tablespoons of the coconut balsamic. And already the frittatas are done. Oh wow, look at that. Sliced radishes will add bite to the quinoa salad with extra greens.
What a lot of people don't realise about vegetables is they can be a good way to get some extra vitamin C. So it's not just oranges and eggs, they've got iron in them. And if you actually have vitamin C and iron at the same time, it helps the absorption of it.
Croutons add a crunch on top, and pine nuts add oily, nutty goodness. Then it's just avocado to finish.
That's a great way to add some extra nutrition. And because avocados have fat in them, they actually help absorb some of the other nutrients in the rest of the salad.
And we need to garnish these with basil. Basil and tomatoes, marriage in heaven. Bon appetit!
For people with type 2 diabetes, it's important to moderate the amount of carbohydrate that you're eating, but not cut it out altogether. And make sure that rather than unhealthy fats, you're having more healthy fats.
Instead of a fry up for breakfast of eggs and bacon, poach the eggs, some nice steamed greens, a piece of whole grain bread.
Tamity's also been learning a lot about food, and he's finally made some important life decisions.
Moving back up north, I've got a course.
What course are you doing?
Computing. It's a good foundation course for me to figure out where I want to go for the rest of my life, what direction.
Excellent. All that time in front of the computer, playing all those games has been put into good use. So how are you feeling now?
Definitely feeling a lot better than I did at the beginning of this journey. A lot more confidence in myself, a lot more energy, a lot happier than before.
Honestly, you look way better. Your skin has improved. You lost a little bit of fat around your middle and you just look healthier.
Tamity has achieved his goal of reducing his waist measure, and he's also toned up all over and gained muscle in the right places.
Claire's advice has had a pretty big impact, I feel. I don't think I would be at this point without her. I definitely actually look at what I'm eating and think about it.
Before Tamity leaves home, though, it's time for a celebration. And that's another thing I've been working on with the family.
Whoa! What you got going on here?
We've got some chicken. You want to grab it?
Yeah, sure. So no sausages and white bread anymore?
No, I've got rid of that.
You're a changed man.
Absolutely.
Prawns are fantastic on the barbecue, and mussels as well. And you can easily make vegetable kebabs to make it more interesting.
Yep.
What are you going to have with it?
Going to have some salad. Nikki and organising that.
Yum.
That's good, eh?
So the challenge I set you was to find other ways to celebrate other than eating. What other ways are you celebrating with the kids?
Party poppers.
Oh, nice.
And we've had fireworks as well.
Oh, they must have loved the fireworks. And are they loving healthier food as well?
You're getting used to it. It's taken a lot of work to get to where we are now, but it feels natural now to eat this way. Everything's changed. It's awesome.
And you're getting it a lot better with helping out with food, it looks like.
I've actually been cooking a couple dinners by myself.
That's pretty impressive. Right, let's finish this off. Do you want some salsa?
I want to try the barbecue sauce.
That looks delicious.
So long term, what the family need to do is every time they go to barbecues, to make it their job to take something healthy and to show other people how easy it is and that it tastes really good.
Next week on the Healthy Food Guide, I talk to a pilot who's very grounded when it comes to work-life balance.
I literally take off this hat and put on the mum hat, and it's just straight into it.
And how far have the Parkinsons really come?
How's that?
For more delicious recipes and the latest expert advice, pick up this month's Healthy Food Guide magazine.